And here we go, after a couple of months of being disrespected, couple of months after being underrated throughout the entirety of the NBA draft process, the entirety of the process leading up to the Summer League, the Japanese Steph Curry has finally been signed, and it could go down as one of the most underrated moves of the entirety of the offseason. And according to multiple NBA sources, right, the Japanese guard, right, we're going to refer to him as the Japanese Steph Curry because this guy is electric. Keisei Tominaga, I think I said that right. If not, please correct me in the comments down below. I do not want to be saying his name wrong, but he isn't agreed to an Exhibit 10 contract with the Indiana Pacers. This man averaged 15 points per game in just 26 minutes. The Nebraska product is heading to Indiana, and he's ready to probably light it up in the Summer League in terms of his three-point shooting ability. In this video, I kind of wanted to, break down some of his film, show you exactly who he is, what he adds, and why I also think this dude could be a lethal shooter in the NBA level, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. And again, I'm going to explain why I think this could be one of the most underrated pickups of the entirety of the offseason. With that being said, comment down below, do you think he'll make an actual roster for the NBA? Or do you think he might have a slow start but eventually get to the NBA? Let me know in the comments down below. With that being said, let's dive into the video. Alright, so let's kind of just get right into it. My boy, the Japanese Steph Curry, is one of the most electric, a microwave per se, where a guy who could just get it going quickly and good luck stopping him from there, right? Now, very crafty around the basket, very crafty in terms of being able to finish from anywhere on the floor, and he's got a wide variety of different moves that he can do to get a finish, right? Now, in this play specifically, we're going to see him drive baseline, right? He's going to try to get into the paint, but his big man makes a move where he cuts to the basket and just post up, right? Now, not a very good idea because you bring the big into the paint who can just play help defense, right? So on this play specifically, we're gonna get our guy Keisei. He's going to drive baseline, get that leverage to the baseline, right? But since his big man goes to post up, he's got to pivot, right? He's got to now make a change of direction because you do not want to go into that paint with that big man just lurking right there. So what he decides to do is actually very, very interesting. He's going to spin back to the interior and watch how he finishes this basket, right? Now think about it. At this point in time, what do you think he's going to do, right? He can spin, fade away mid-range. He can spin, pump fake, and then go up for a nice little floater. He can go up for a right-handed hook shot right here. What do you think he is going to do? Because I guarantee you, if you haven't seen this clip, you're going to be a little bit surprised. So he's going to spin and then finish a left-handed hook floater. I mean, this thing is insane. How do you do this, right? You drive baseline right, and then you come back left with the sky hook. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Who does this? Insane, right? This is going to be a guy I am excited to see. By the way, I do want to say this before we get any further into the video, guys. I will be streaming some of these Pacers games. The Summer League game is live on my Twitch. It is Matty Dubs with 3 S's. Go follow over there if you want to watch it with me. We're going to break down some of his games as well. So join the family, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications. Let's get right back into the video. Alright, here's another very interesting play. And this is a play I think could be utilized a ton with his game specifically. What we're going to get here is basically a DHO, a dribble handoff for you guys who don't know. This guy's going to come around, and then we got Keisei who's coming around as well. Now, the thing to notice here is kind of how these guys are playing defense. I don't really know what they're doing, what coverage they're in here, but what we're going to notice is neither of them pick up on Keisei. Whenever you leave this guy open, he is always going to be a threat to hit a big time shot. So comes up the DHO, the big man does a good job walling off the big. That way he can't close out on his boy, and he's able to stop and pop and pull up a three, right? Now this is really good defense by the big, gets in his shooting space, but Keisei just has that tunnel vision, gets his ball up, and ends up getting it to go. This was an unbelievable play here, and something I think that could be utilized a ton in the NBA because of the range specifically, right? You see him stop maybe like 4 feet behind the line here and just be able to get it to go, right? Again, I think his shooting ability is going to translate to the NBA level, and the Pacers might have just stole him this late out of the draft. Now, another reason I really do like his game is his ability to, lead a fast break offense, but also be able to stop and pop from wherever on the court. Now, again, we see the defense kind of getting back into a transition type of defense, a half-court defense, if you want to say here, and nobody really steps up, right? This guy's pointing like, you got to go get him, but he's like, I got to be in the guy or get the guy in the corner. Then they both kind of switch, but already at this point in time, you already lost. If this guy is a slither of space, you're already done, right? Decent contest, but again, it's no match. This guy is so quick to stop and pop. This is impressive. Stopping on a dime is something that you need to be able to do in the NBA, whether it's coming off screens, whether you're in transition, whether you're catching shoot off a floppy play. This is something you need to be able to do, and he can already do it in college. Think about with the amount of coaching, with the amount of work he's going to put in at the NBA level. This dude's only going to get better from here, which makes me think the sky's the limit. All right, another reason, confidence. I think the confidence on this dude is, something you don't see out of too many players. And again, what we're going to see on this play is, he's got a way bigger defender on him here. Number one, I don't know who it is. You guys can tell me in the comments down below. This guy's massive, right? This is a guy that can probably go up and block a ton of shots around the basket, right? So once he gets around the perimeter, maybe a little bit slower. But again, we're going to get this DHO where this guy's coming this way. He's going that way. He's going to get the ball. And we'll see how this play actually breaks down. So boom, DHO, dribble handoff. But watch this. So he is being guarded relatively well. This defender is kind of hedging right, forcing him right. So hedging left. But that slither of space is just enough for him to say, okay, if you're not going to completely guard me 40 feet beyond the three-point line, I'm going to pull up a deep shot. Just lets that thing fly, man. Again, you watch him, the confidence this dude has to stop his feet and say, I am shooting this basketball. I mean, that is a quick release, too. You can tell this dude's release point is just so quick and gets it to go. Very, very impressive. And that's all I can really say. If you don't think this can translate to the NBA, I don't know who you are and what you're thinking. This guy has the frame, okay, maybe not the frame, but the skill set offensively to really be a threat in the NBA. Now, I don't know why I said frame, because that is the one downside to him, is he's a little bit smaller, right? That's why he wasn't drafted. If he was 6'5", this dude would have been a first-round pick. If he was 6'6", he would have been, if he was 6'7", he would have been a top 10 pick. I mean, I'm going to be quite honest with you, right? But the fact that he's 6'2", a little bit on the shorter end, maybe lacks an elite first step off dribble, maybe isn't the best passer, but those are things you can work on. The shooting ability is there. And again, coming out of college is impressive. You look at how Steph Curry, changed the NBA. This dude is very, very similar. And I think he will succeed. Here we go again. Another very similar type of play here. DHO, give him a dribble handoff, come off the screen, and just get it to go. I mean, again, I've been watching this dude's highlights for a while now, and you can just tell he's got a knack for hitting these shots, right? And again, a majority of these shots aren't open, right? A lot of the times you'll see highlights of guys who, quite frankly, are wide open, right? They'll take a wide open three from the left corner, they'll get a wide open three from the right corner, and they'll knock them down. Sure, cool, you're going to need to hit those shots in the NBA. But what stands out about this guy is he hits the shots while being completely guarded. Okay, and that is the difference with this guy. Again, I don't know how you play better defense than this right here. But listen, it don't matter. It really does not matter. Obviously, the center probably could have set a little bit better of a screen there. If that's a Miles Turner, if that's a Siakam, this is probably a little bit more of an open jumper. But man, you even talk about the leaping ability of this guy. Look how he comes off the screen, stops, and then jumps high up into the air. I mean, that boy jumping up. That boy got some bounce. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I think when you watch this guy's film, when you look at what he can do as a player, a good shooter. I think he's very crafty around the basket. Didn't really get too much into that. If you guys do want a part 2 of this, where we break down more of his film. But also, more importantly, guys, when we watch Summer League, we're going to be breaking down his film over there as well. So if you want to see that Summer League film, see how he does there, comment down below part 2. I'm pumped. Good scorer, good shooter, elite shooter. Let me not disrespect. Elite shooter, moves off the ball very, very well offensively. And honestly, like we just saw there, the boy could jump, dude. The dude could jump. He's an elite athlete for his size. I think, obviously, if he was a little bit taller, this dude, we wouldn't be talking about him right now. We would have talked about him, 2 weeks ago. Potential being a top 10 pick. Now, again, I think he does have some room to improve as a passer. Maybe as a defender, needs to be a little bit more feisty. But dude, potential-wise, he's got a lot of game. He's got a lot of game. I'm proud he finally has a home, man. Because if he didn't, I'd be kind of sad. I'm excited for him. I'm ready to see him work. Ready to see him get better, and ready to see him, absolutely dominate the Summer League. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the fam. If you guys want another one of these videos about Tominaga, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.